펄어비스 CEO 정경희님을
We gotta test the.
소개합니다.
Are we live? Make sure it's live.
Yeah.
Yeah, get the.
Oh.
Chat.
Got
Good.
it.
Oh. All right. How's it going, everyone?
안녕하세요. 펄어비스 CEO 정경인입니다.
So you're. Are you going to be hearing the audio and
2019
translating?
행사를 위해
Yeah, but
현장에
right
오신
now
여러분,
we don't have any audio.
그리고
Okay,
라이브
so we're just going
스트리밍을
off
통해
cap. So we're just going to go off of
Yeah,
this,
we
right?
have to go off
Okay.
of the
반갑습니다.
cap.
Cool. How's it
What's
going,
up,
Chad?
펄어비스는
How do we
검은
sound?
사막이라는 게임으로 PC 온라인, 모바일, 콘솔까지
creators of Black Desert
다양한
Satellite
플랫폼을
continues to
통해
connect gamers from all over
전
the world.
세계 게이머 여러분들에게 하나로 연결되는 경험을 선사해 왔습니다.
Can you guys on the stream hear the
검은
sound from
사막
the
모험가 여러분들이 있었기에
you can hear us?
펄어비스가
From the presentation?
Oh, we have the audio.
펄어비스의 첫 번째 작품이자 대표 MMO 게임인 검은 사막을 앞으로도 꾸준히 발전시켜 나갈 것입니다.
Hello? Can you say something more? Black Desert is our first title and flagship
오늘
MMO. I assure you we are still
펄어비스는
excited.
새로운 도전을 앞에 두고 있습니다.
Pearl Abyss stands at the forefront of some other exciting new
흥미롭고
challenges.
잊지 못할 모험을 선사한다는 뜻으로 펄어비스는 오랫동안
You have to
새로운
see the captions
작품을
too?
준비해 왔는데요.
We'll still narrate them a bit for you.
드디어 오늘 그 모습을 여러분들께
We got you, we got
선보일
you.
수 있게 되었습니다. 많이 기다리셨죠?
The booth here is
펄어비스가
enormous, by the way. More kind
새로운
of
도전을
quiet.
담은
Okay.
4개의
Say from your
신작을
chest. Say
지금부터
from your chest if you can.
공개하겠습니다.
We got a lot of
감사합니다.
background noise. I'll talk a little louder, boys. What's up, dudes? Not playing the drinking game for this. What up, Tim? All right, so here it looks like here comes our first trailer. Look at this booth, by the way. You see how packed this is?
Oh my god.
Shadow Arena? You think it's Shadow Arena? It looks like it. Looks like it. Oh yeah, I was a huge Shadow Arena fan. Look at that spinning slash. Berserker action. Yeah. All right. Got his 100% now. She waves first. Nice. Gotcha.
Oh, nice.
Tim, the triple dagger stab. Nice. Nice. They added it to the game.
Are you guys excited that it's coming out again?
Yeah, I mean, the Shadow Arena was already a lot of fun, even with a little bit of development. Now that they've had time to polish the game all year, I'm really excited to see where this goes. I've been bugging them about Shadow Arena since like March or something.
It came out as a battle royale.
Yeah, Monstrosity, it's going to be standalone. They have a demo here, but we haven't gotten to try it yet. Is that Jordine? Nice. Go. So that's our first full trailer of. Yeah, so we're gonna be playing that after this. We're gonna go down to the booth. They have like 50 computers set up, so we're gonna have a full in-house Shadow Arena. This is the guy who's in charge of producing Shadow Arena because it's audio from here,
Yeah.
IRL audio, so nobody can hear anybody. It sounds super loud.
안녕하세요.
I
방금
don't know if we're
보신
able to adjust that.
섀도우 아레나의 프로듀서 별바람 김광사입니다. 섀도우
What's up, Bill
아레나는
Bram? Hey.
원래 검은 사막에서 파생된 액션
This guy gives amazing speeches. I saw him at Into the Abyss this year and I
검은
think last year
사막에서
too.
모드로서 추가됐었던 그림자 전장이 그 원형이라고 할 수
So
있습니다.
they're saying that Streamloud is super
사실
loud.
Yeah.
그림자 전장이 전 세계적으로 꽤 좋은 반응을 얻었어요.
We're
근데
we're in the YOLO
문제가 좀
phase of this
있었는데
broadcast. We're in the YOLO.
검은 사막 안에 종속되어 있는 게임
I don't know how
모드다
much
보니까
troubleshooting we'll be able
이
to do.
게임을
The fact that the game was
구성해
made within
나가는데
Black
한계가
Desert
좀
made it
있었습니다.
difficult to change,
예를 들어서 공방의 시스템들,
which is why we decided to make it standalone.
조작법에
Yeah, that
대한
makes
문제들
sense.
등등 수없이 많은 문제들이
They were able to do a
게임에서
lot within the
붙이게
framework
되면
of BDO, so
검은
having a
사막
completely new set of
공편이
tools to make the game,
그래서
it should be
우리는
pretty
이
interesting.
게임을 분리하기로 결정했습니다. 그래서 이 게임을 더 진화시키고 완성도를 올리기로 한 거죠.
Instead of removing
그래서
AP and DD
그림자
altogether.
전장을 보다
Well, they have their
액션
own
게임에 가까운
like
형태로
calculations
진화시키고
now, right? Instead of having it be based off the BDO calculations, he's saying they have their own stats.
Okay.
It's a standalone game, so they can do whatever they want.
It's basically totally different.
일단
game.
Okay.
Yeah, they have it built up
검은
from the ground up now.
사막의 세계관을 공유하고 있는 그런 세계라고 볼 수
Classes and
있는데요.
moves from, but not necessarily.
섀도우 아레나는 제가 작년부터 검은 사막의 세계관을
systems.
한번 재정비하고 있는 과정 중에
Reorganizing Black Desert storyline. Oh yeah, this guy was in charge of that, like with the Xbox storyline where they redid everything, and then they redid like the starter area on PC. This was the guy who was directing all that.
공편에서도 몇 년간 계속 이어질 어떤 큰 그림으로
The
계속
next few
이어질
years,
예정인데요.
okay.
어떻게 설명드리면 가장 심플하게
That's a
생각하는데
great statement.
They've got years
검은
worth of
사막의
story.
세계관은
Yeah,
곧 어떤 보이지 않는 위협에 직면합니다.
an unseen
그리고
threat
이 위협에
approaching.
대비하기
This is
위해서
what's happening in Star's End right
특정령들
now.
그리고 그림자 기사단들이 모여가지고
Everyone's helping
어떤
all
자기들이
like bringing
기억하는
in.
시대를 통틀어 최강의 영웅을 찾아내려고 했죠. 그래서
Shadow Knights are working
검은 별이라고
with the
부르는
Black
저거
Spirits.
보이시죠?
Aren't we also
검은 별의
kind of
힘을
working with the
빌려서
Black Spirit? I feel like everyone's
그림자
working
전장,
with the
그러니까
Black Spirit.
섀도우 아레나를
Black
만들어냅니다.
Spirit.
그 각각 흑정령들이 기억하는
They
내가
borrowed the power
기억하는
of
가장
Blackstar and created Shadow Arena.
짱짱 하는 모습으로 게임 내에서 불러들이는 거죠. 그래서 그 가장 강한 사람들에게
Search for the
우리들이 모았던 모든
strongest one
힘과
to
유산을
inherit
주고
their legacy.
우리의 대표로서
So we're
우리의 세상을
battling
위해 싸우게 하겠다.
For the
그런 계획인데요.
favor of the Black
그냥
Spirits.
한마디로 요약하면 검은 사막 세계관에 온갖 네임드 강자들이 다 모여가지고
Okay.
The renowned
누가
heroes
제일
are
센가
battling
가장
to seize
강한
the best of the
최강의
best.
강자를
Yeah.
뽑는다. 그런 이야기로 생각하시면 될 것
It's
같습니다.
hardcore PvP. Like,
먼저 그 첫
Oh
번째
yeah,
골을 보시죠.
yeah. Last
Yeah,
person
it's-
standing.
조르다인
Oh, it was Jordine.
조르다인
The
두카스는
hope of Serendia.
Yes,
그림자
this could be my main. I already know. This is my
본편에서는
main
이런
right
식으로
here.
나오지 않았었어요.
My boy
근데
Jordine.
검은 사막을 진행했던 분들은 아마 이 친구를 기억할 겁니다. 그 시종장
He
조르다인
used to be the
두카스입니다.
hero of Serendia. He's gonna
이
make a
친구는
comeback.
원래 세렌디아의 영웅이자 미래이고 희망이었습니다. 물론 이후에 많은
So
일을
they have.
겪게 되면서
It seems like they're gonna have
다양한
named
일을 겪게
characters
되겠지만
for all the classes
이거는
now.
다음 기회에 다시
It's
다뤄
like
볼게요.
champions as opposed to just
Yeah,
조르다인은
like
Berserker and
굉장히
Warrior. Yeah.
효율적이고 단단한 영웅입니다. 방어를 단단하게 굳힌 채로
Simply and
상대에게
sturdy
견제를
hero.
놓고 그리고 확실한 콤보로 적을 마무리하는 그런 캐릭터라서 처음에 입문할 때도
Jordine is the guy who gets corrupted by Belmorn in the original storyline. I don't know how much of that they still do in the new story,
할수 있습니다.
but
다음 캐릭터를
if
보시죠.
you were to play right now, what kind of character would you choose?
아운키루스는
I know I'm gonna
카리프
play
마을의
Jordine.
수장입니다.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll have to see what the other
카리프
options
마을의
are.
현재 수장과는 다르게 이건
I
좀
always wanted to
과거의
play
이야기인데요.
Berserker in the original Shadow Arena,
아운키루스가
and then
전번째
after
시절
playing Berserker, it's like kind of it's fun to grapple and chain like to solo out there, but there were certain classes that gave you way better,
순간적으로 이동하는
a lot
그런
better
능력을 가지고
effects.
있습니다.
Like Striker
그리고
and Mystic were very
한순간에
powerful, Kuno and Ninja
어마무시한
were very
데미지를
powerful.
한 방에 때려박아요.
Perfect character for high
다른
skill
말로
cap. Yeah,
나는
Sork in
손가락이 좀
the
된다.
original Shadow Arena
손발에
was
자신
just
있다
like that.
하는 유저들을 위해서 쓸 수
There was some
있는
pretty crazy stuff you could pull off, but it was hard.
레이지
Yeah.
캐릭터,
A
마법사
sprint attack
캐릭터를 좋아하시는 분들에게
took some
최적이라고 할
finesse.
수
It's going to be
있겠습니다.
really interesting to see the way that they've changed all of the classes and the way they're going to interact with one another for each.
I like that
연화는 아마
movement.
검은 사막을 기억하시는
Do we know
분도
this
모르는
character?
캐릭터일 겁니다.
Okay, it's a new one. Never
Okay.
검은
introduced in
사막
Black Desert.
본편에는 등장하지 않았던 캐릭터인데요. 검은 죽음이 온
Search
검은
for
사막
Black
세계를
Death.
덮었던 시절 그때 하서구까지 검은 죽음이 달하고
Is
이
that
검은
new lore?
죽음의 원진을 찾아서
Have you
우리
heard of that
세계로
before?
건너왔었던
I don't
그
think so.
당시의 캐릭터입니다. 연화는 굉장히 빠릅니다. 보시듯이 엄청나게 빠르게 순식간에 적에게 달려들어 거리를 좁힐 수 있고
High mobility and
그다음에
ability to counterattack.
반격으로 적의 공격을
Okay.
받아쳐서 쓰러뜨릴 수 있습니다. 그래서
So this is our
굉장히
Meiwa
빠르게
hero.
적을 추격하면서 싸울 수 있는
Chaos
근접전
Red
능력이라고 할 수 있고
Maybe
제가
maybe
개인적으로
we'll
제일
get
좋아하는
something in this game.
픽입니다.
Interesting.
Musa was a lot of
한번
fun in Shadow Arena. Oh, he says it's his
Shooting.
favorite hero. Okay, all right.
이
Schultz.
감독이 있을 거라고 생각합니다.
Oh,
검은 사막
This is
메디아
gonna be a
지방에
popular one.
solid Schultz, dude. Look at
소설을
the eye
보면
patch.
Yeah,
슐츠
Schultz the
군지대가
Gladiator.
있습니다.
Dude.
슐츠 군지대가
A
추종하고
like
legendary
that.
gladiator who led the Schultz
그들의
guards in the
대장이자
Southern region.
전설적인
Am I saying that right?
용병이었던
Susan?
그 슐츠죠.
You can say it any way you want, man.
Sausage?
슐츠는 한마디로 말하면 상남자 돌격 캐릭터입니다. 그냥 갖다 박습니다.
Jules is like most like.
Oh, he's
슐츠는
tough and
자기가
manly.
Yeah.
방해권을
Yeah.
무시하고
Got it.
움직이는 게 가능하고 그걸로써
like
상대에게
that.
달려붙게 되는데 만약에 슐츠의 거리를 준다면 근접해서
He can
슐츠가
resist
적에게
crowd control
붙는다면
and charge
슐츠는
at
잡게 될
enemies.
겁니다.
Once
일단
they're
적을
within
잡고
Schultz's range, you
나서부터는
can grab the enemy and
아마
harass
계속
him
지속적으로
continuously. So you gotta take him down before he gets
그런
close.
상남자
Wow.
캐릭터가 있습니다. 다음 캐릭터 보시죠.
Resisting CC?
하루입니다.
I wonder if he has higher. There was like a base crowd
보시듯이
control resistant Shadow Arena. I wonder if they've turned that up now
Yeah.
for Berserker.
배틀
Because
로얄
Berserker's weakness
게임의
was that he
룰에
couldn't
대해서는
gap
아마
close. He would
아실
always
거라고
get knocked
생각해요.
down. So maybe he's got
배틀
some
로얄
defense now.
게임의 은신을 쓰는 캐릭터입니다. 어떤 의미일지
Okay, so this is
짐작이
Kuno.
되십니까?
Another new hero.
말 그대로 코리안 시크릿 웨폰 같은 그런
Her
캐릭터인데요.
inherent skill is
This
stealth.
is the animation that's been on the
She's
internet
our,
for a little bit of
ninja
time.
assassin
움직임도
kind of
굉장히
Yeah.
다채롭고 다양한 움직임을 보여주는데
Nice scarf too.
콤보도 쉽고 강력하게 연결됩니다. 그래서 초보자들이 시작할 때
Kuno is a great
하루와 조르다의
choice for those of you who want to hide in a building for 20 minutes while everyone else kills each other and then pop out at the last second.
그런 상황
This is the
연결을
cheese class right
Yeah.
here. Great for
상급자까지
beginners.
계속
Just
연습해볼
hide
수
up on
있는 그런 캐릭터라고
poles
생각합니다.
and kill
다음
people.
캐릭터 보시죠.
Yeah.
There were some people who were
마지막으로
really good at playing Kuno though. They would play it every single
검은
class
사막에서는
or every single match.
메디아의 카마실드
yes,
사원을
heroin.
지키는 사원장입니다.
Heroin's always important to have.
Heroin's a
굉장히
crowd favorite.
멀리서
Yeah.
적을 공격하고 있죠.
Head of the
속도는
Commissal
느리지만
Temple.
아주 원거리에서 적을 지속적으로 괴롭힐 수 있습니다. 각종 방해 효과로 적들을 괴롭히면서 멀리서
Stepped back into the
보는
Supreme
사람에
world. Is that
따라서는
what it said?
치열하고 치열하게 싸울 수 있는 그런 캐릭터고요.
Yeah, not very
나무
mobile. Although
가 있어요.
I like
카마실드
long
나무를
range
세워가지고
skills.
주변에
Yeah.
They're really
자기와
like,
자기 동료들을
easier
순간적으로 회복하는
playing.
그런 능력을
It
가지고
was tough in the
영웅이라고
beginning of the original Shadow
자,
Arena. Witch and
여기까지
Wizard were unbelievably
여섯
powerful
명의
with
캐릭터를
magic missile
지금
and
앞에 보이는
especially
이
if they
자리에서
do
여러분들이
group
시연해
modes,
보실 수
so like
있습니다.
3v3 or 5v5.
Yep.
Yeah, the range is
이게
going to be
전부냐?
essential
물론
there.
그건 아니죠.
You're going to have it.
이후에도
So
새로운
in this
캐릭터들은
version
계속
with the
추가돼서
champions,
런칭
the
때
only ranged
들어갈
class is
예정입니다.
heroines.
이걸 통해서 우리는
So
검은 사막에
you're
있는
gonna be a focus
수많은
target.
NPC들이 있어요. 많은
More
NPC들.
characters. Okay, so they're
그리고
just
전설적인
they're just teasing it.
네임드들이
Yeah.
많이 있습니다. 이 캐릭터들과 전설들의 이면을 다시 재조명해 들어갈 겁니다.
More
그래서
NPCs
검은
and
사막의
legendary
세계를
figures.
좀 입체적으로
Dave,
조망하고
please.
그리고
Yes,
Dave,
검은 사막
please.
본품과 맞물려서 어떠한 스토리의 일부로서 자리 잡게 되겠죠. 만약에 여러분이 검은 사막 본편에 이런 캐릭이 있었는데 얘는 안 나오나요? 나옵니다. 틀림없이 나올 겁니다.
It was just like Warrior, Valkyrie, kind of generic. Yeah, they didn't have names. They didn't
제가
have
좀 말이
heroes.
좀 많은 것 같아요.
Yeah,
시간 좀
now
많이
it's
쓰고 있는
you're
것
playing
같은데
specific heroes from the world.
설명해드릴 말이 좀
New
굉장히
or old
많습니다.
ones.
이 게임 시스템이 검은 사막하고도 좀 다르고 많은 설명을 해야 되는데 설명으로 하기에는 시간이 좀
I think
들어갈
they're
것
just
같으니까
words.
앞에
Yeah.
있는 자리에서
I think they're going to
이제
show some gameplay now.
이
Yeah.
It
모든
sounds
행사가
like head over to the booth.
직접 플레이해볼 수
Okay.
있으니까
Yeah.
직접 플레이해보시고
Also
느껴주셨으면
from our end of
감사하겠습니다.
things, we're going to be
혹시
able
스트리밍으로 이 방송을 보고 계시는
we're going to be able to
분들은
play
직접
some
플레이를
of this
못해서
weekend and
서운해하실
stream
수
for you
있는데요.
guys. So
걱정하지
look forward
마세요.
to checking
다음
those out later this
주부터
weekend.
I'm going to
CBT가
destroy
시작됩니다.
the other streamers
I'll
here.
try to
그러니까
talk into the
CBT
mic,
신청을
sorry.
하셔서 다음 주에
They're like, I can't
즐겨주시면
hear you.
다음 주부터 일단
Okay, CBT
4일간
next
플레이가
week.
가능하실 겁니다.
English is supported.
해외에서 이 스트리밍을 보고
Closed beta
계시는
next
그런
week.
플레이어분들도 영어를 지원할 예정이니까 걱정하지 말고 신청해 주시면 좋겠습니다. 감사합니다.
All right. So you think
Okay,
they're going to
up
announce
next.
another game now?
Up next. All right.
Plan 8. 플랜
So
8의
there's
총괄
two other
프로듀서
titles for you guys
이승균님,
watching at home that
개발
know
기술
of us
고문
that
민니님을
will be
소개합니다.
should be new information for you guys, and this is one of those. This is one of those games. How about? Let's watch.
So Plan 8, the main director was a founder of Counter Striker, like Min Lee. So he worked on that. So we're very excited for that.
Okay.
This is a really interesting title for you guys to check out at home too. This is going to be a
안녕하세요.
mech-based shooter.
플레이의 총괄 프로듀서
From Prolifis.
이승기입니다.
안녕하세요.
So this
My
is-
name is Min Lee,
this is
and
him.
I'm a technical advisor for Plan 8.
오늘
We
소개해드리는
have Korean
플래닛.
captions. Oh, there we go.
좀
Okay.
특이하죠? 플래닛은
Subtitles.
저희 펄어비스가 처음으로 선보이는 슈팅 장르입니다.
first shooter game by
현 시대를
Prolobis.
바탕으로 한
This is interesting.
사실적인
They're
그래픽
branching
I'm
out.
very excited for this
Yeah.
game to come out.
It's really cool.
Oh my God.
그리고
Realistic
슈팅
in-game
장르로서
graphics,
즐거운
open world
경험을
MMO elements of play.
오픈월드
Okay.
MMO입니다.
It's like Destiny FPS.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going like kind of the more shooter looter route.
플래닛의 의미에 담긴 내용은 그 의미를 찾아가는 것도 이 게임 내 하나의
planning on
작은
revealing
재미
some
요소로
hints?
만들고 있습니다.
Okay. The name
Okay.
Plan 8 is mysterious for now. They don't want to tell us too much.
이야기를 많이 지켜봐 주시기 바랍니다. 그리고 플래닛은 콘솔과 PC 플랫폼으로 먼저 출시될 계획입니다.
Game's going to come out first on console and PC. So when they say that, are they saying it's going to be on other platforms later? Is that kind of what's implied there?
Could be it.
첫
I
번째는
think they're talking about like
플래닛의
mobile
장르적
as well.
고민.
Okay.
Yeah.
플래닛의 초기안을 정할 때부터 저희는 현 시대 슈팅 장르로
I love
수만이
this kind of
아닌
stuff because, like, if you
다음에
look
오게
at
될
where Prolobis
슈팅
has
장르에
come
대해
from
많이 고민하고
in the last
있습니다.
10 years, it's interesting to
예,
see how
플래닛은
Black Desert has opened up more
오픈월드로
opportunities
제작된
for
드넓은 지형과
Right.
탄탄한
players to play
세계관을
games
목표로 하고
on
있습니다.
cell phone, players to play games,
이
like,
세계관 내에서 펼쳐지는
etc. Like, this is a big announcement.
미스테리한
This is
스토리를
this is
중심으로
the
개발
first
중.
Well, I
person
think a
shooter.
lot of the reason so many of us have been playing BDO for so long now is because it's
번째는
been a long time since an MMO came out that really
성격과
innovated and made it
액션입니다.
feel like it was more than just kind of 10 or 20% new.
저희
Like Black
프로비스가
Desert
전용만
feels
개발해오고
very new
서비스해온
and very different compared to other
MMORPG에 대한
MMOs.
개발의
And so if they
노하우와
apply that same kind of vision to a shooter
저희만의 액션의
game,
강점을
I mean,
바탕으로
it's hard to even predict what they come up with, right? Like if they actually, if their goal is to break out of the box, then it sounds like that's what he's trying to say here.
And to
An
앞서
entirely
말씀드린
new game for the
내용들을
shooter
보아
genre. Yeah,
말씀드리면
that's exactly what they should be doing. That's exactly what we want to see from a
기존의
company like
슈팅
Prolobis.
게임으로서는 하나의 단어로 정의할 수 없는 MMO적 요소가 반영된 저희만의
I want to know more
창적인
about
장르를
setting.
보여드릴 수
I want to know
있도록
more about
하겠습니다.
like the world that it is. Is it futuristic? Is it current? Like,
이를
I want to know.
가능하게
I don't know where is it.
That's what I want. That's what I'm interested in.
Plays,
Yeah.
something like stuff like that,
저희만의
right?
개발 프로세스를 바탕으로 진행 중이며
Proprietary game
현재
engine.
플래닛의
Ooh, okay.
개발에는 카운터 스트라이크를 제작한 민니도 참여하여
I wonder if they're
함께
going to say
개발하고
something
있습니다.
about the scope, like how many players will
그럼
be able to
여기서
be in the same
민니의
area.
인사말을 듣겠습니다.
Yeah, group based. Is there raids, etc. Like, is it going to be? This is
It's a great honor for me to
introductory
be here
remarks.
and to help present this new
Mind-blowing
project,
'cause
Plan 8.
I'm really excited.
I've been working at
I hope it's the
Prolobis
best
for a few
FPS
years
ever.
now, and every day I get to see the amazing work that my coworkers are creating
Wouldn't that be
for
great?
this game. It just makes me really excited to be a part
This
of
is
this
this is the
project.
first of 3 titles that are going to
So
be
we're
discussed and
calling
talked about
Plan
today.
8
That are all
an
working on the new,
exosuit MMO
that are running on the
shooter.
new game engine.
The exosuit
So this
refers
is something
to
that's going to
robotic
be
gear that the players can
kind of
wear
like
that gives them
the
amazing
foundation of
abilities.
everything that they're announcing.
We're going to have
today.
a lot of different types of
gonna
gears
come
that
into
the
more
players can wear,
as we
and
go
this
on
will
in this-
open up some
in this
amazing, unique
discussion.
gameplay that has
We have
never
no idea what
before
he's saying
been
right
seen
now.
in any game. I want to thank you all for coming to
Charizard
our
is the main
presentation,
character.
I saw
and I hope you
Prolobis
guys have a
MMO.
wonderful time
Yeah.
at G-Star. 감사합니다.
All right.
I bet the trailer is amazing as well.
이상으로 플래닛의 첫 소개 인사를 마치고 다음에 더 많은 정보를 가지고
Okay, they do have a trailer. Here we
Yeah.
go.
Okay. So let's get our
그럼
first
저희가
In-game
taste of this.
action scenes.
액션에
Okay,
초점을
so this
맞춰서
looks like it's going to be actual
게임
footage from the game.
플레이
Yeah, it's
장면을
not
보아
pre-rendered.
영상으로 편집한 플래닛의 첫 트레일러 영상을 보겠습니다. 감사합니다.
감사합니다.
All right, here we go. Steve Carell. Okay,
good.
okay.
That looks
Look at
good.
the clouds. That was the picture I showed you guys last night.
Okay.
So it came from this.
Oh, the graphic is amazing.
Actual in-game
Weather.
footage.
Yeah.
Look at all the weather we've seen in 4 shots.
Oh, look at
Oh.
that. Oh my god, it's futuristic.
And they have deer and
What the heck?
horses.
Why do you have
All right.
horses?
Wow.
Oh my god.
Okay.
This is actually
Nope.
exciting.
You see that? That was like a cyborg mech bayonet.
Are we gonna be using that?
Oh my god.
Wow, okay. I'm gonna be interested to see how many of these suits we get to use.
Question I have is a single player like based on like story based kind of game, or is it gonna be like multiplayer?
They said it's similar to an MMO, so
Okay, so it's like a multiplayer.
you
plus
definitely.
we have a
It seems like you'll be
storyline.
able to play with other people. Whether the scope of that, I'm interested to see. I mean, are we talking like how many people are they going to try to fit in one area using this engine, right? Like that's
But
one of
I
the
don't
things
want
they
it
can
to be
use
like
to.
survival. I want it to be like co-op kind of.
I think, yeah, that's the sense I'm getting, is that you're probably going to be playing co-op with other
Yeah.
players. Yeah, I don't know if that was, that didn't seem like PvP. What do you think?
Nothing about that said anything PvP.
Yeah.
It was all like
저는
single
I
player
agree.
X. So I want to know more. Like, are they going to bring elements from
프로에서
MMO
괜찮습니다.
progression and armor and leveling up, or is it going to be MMO like massively multiplayer?
여러분들은
content
도깨비랑
Right.
게임을
Or are they going to have
접했을
some
때 어떠한
hybrid
느낌을
concept that
받으셨나요?
they came up with that's really,
사실
it just hasn't been done
저나
before?
그리고
that's
개발팀
the-
내에서는 게임
That all
이름을
looks
지을
really
때
exciting. You know,
굉장히
yeah, like
고민했습니다.
yeah, robotic monsters.
Graphically, yeah,
들어가거나
you
looks
can't.
fantastic.
It's just like video. You can't beat the way it looks.
Yeah.
게임
There's
이름을
no other game that competes with the way it looks.
라고 하면 어떨까?
Looks fun, but where's the gameplay? So now this
They're
is
going straight into.
this is what I've been looking forward
Is
to.
it Doki? Dokvi?
How do you
What do
pronounce
you?
it?
뭔가
Doke
친숙한
V?
느낌.
Doki?
그리고
Doke
굉장히
V.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're right.
실제 게임 내에 등장하는 몬스터들은
Does that mean something? You said the name is relatable. Does that mean something?
그리고
No, not to
개성이
me.
넘치며 그리고
It's just supposed to sound
약간은
cute?
익살스러운 면도 있었거든요. 그래서 이거다 싶어 게임 이름을 도깨비라고
So there is
하게
actually
되었습니다.
4 new games coming out.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
도깨비란 게임은 도깨비라 불리는 수많은 몬스터들과
Oh,
함께
it's actually.
It's another
called
MMO.
오픈한
Dokebi.
데서
Dokebi.
다양한
도깨비,
콘텐츠를
yeah.
즐기며
Dokebi.
나누는 그런 MMO 게임입니다.
Traverse through an
예전에
open world full
모바일
of
게임으로
playable content.
개발하고 그리고 기사가
So it's an
나간 적이
MMO where
있는데요.
you're collecting little buddies.
지금 계획은
I'd hate to make this analogy, but it sounds like a Pokemon MMO.
독창적이고 뛰어난
Right.
그래픽으로 콘솔 및 PC로
Collectible companion-based
출시하는 것을
MMO.
목표로 하고 있습니다.
Except, like, when has that been done in an open world setting? Is there any like precedent for that?
네. 얼마 전에
Another
공개된
MMO.
포스터로
Platforms, including mobile. That makes sense. Yeah, we're seeing them branch out to mobile a lot more.
But
도깨비가
this
나오는지,
game's
그리고
graphic is way
어떻게
different than
움직이는지,
other things that
그리고
have been coming out.
배경은
So
어떤
I don't know
환경일지
what
많이들 궁금하실
age.
텐데요.
It seems like it's not
실제
like
게임
it's
영상으로
more
이루어진
Yeah, it's
for
more
children.
kid,
Yeah,
yeah.
kid friendly.
공개하겠습니다.
Something like that.
앞으로 도깨비 잘 부탁드립니다. 감사합니다.
this is a perfect game for Tim.
Oh, we've seen this. The little diving teaser.
Oh, it's so cute. I
Yeah,
love this
I like that
graphic.
because they're making it. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like a kid kind of.
yeah. It's the
Kid-friendly.
kid version of the
Yeah.
Trolobus intro.
Oh,
And
it's
this
so
really
cute.
is cool because this is the first time they've done something not like ultra realistic,
Right,
high
yeah.
next gen graphics. This is really, it's actually pretty cool and different.
Shy players rejoice.
Oh, yo, the Black Spirit!
Oh, the match.
Cute.
I didn't even see that.
Shy.
Oh God.
This is me waking up late to go to stream every day. All right, there's pandas with boxing gloves.
Panda?
What is that?
Fishing.
Okay.
Fishing confirmed.
I'm playing it. Sold. Looks big. Like,
They said it's an open world. So you'll probably be able to walk around town, shop.
outfit.
Who knows? Of course.
Outfit.
Of course.
So much stuff. They've got so much stuff.
Were they casting these kind of monsters or what's going on?
Yeah, they're catching pandas with boxing gloves.
Oh, okay.
Whatever that guy is.
There's bosses?
Yeah. You can tell it's a boss because he has an angry face.
Is this gonna be like raiding with the homies? Imagine.
It's open world and there's bosses. Yeah,
Right?
maybe firing traffic zones. Just running around vacuuming in the background? What's he doing? He's charging up?
There's a lot going on here right now. Is that a weird, like,
There we go. We got a duck with a shield helmet.
These creatures are fighting metal warriors, I think. So they're like, these creatures, they're fighting better for the player.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be a vacuum main. Yeah,
Encouraging children to do their chores.
that's true.
It's sending a fantastic message to young people.
The concept itself is very new and it's out of the box. I love it.
I need to know more. Like, this is
Yeah.
a really interesting trailer because it's showing, like, transportation, showing them interacting with each other, like, lots of outfits and cool, like, introduction to the world. But, like, what is the game going to be like? Are we traveling? Are we catching things? Are we battling? Like, are we battling with each other? Are we raiding? Like, that's just for...
Okay.
I might not play a lot of this game, but it's still interesting. Like, I'm a fan of
Yeah,
Pokemon.
all the shy players are going to be very happy.
Yeah,
very
easy
happy.
translation, yeah, easy. Some of the tamer player base, a lot of shies.
And now they're leading up. This is what we're all waiting for, right?
This is what we've all been
This is
waiting
what
for.
we're waiting for.
Okay. Pardon me.
Is that a new race? Did you catch that guy's face?
Same sky, same
Man,
cloud.
they know how to make a good looking game.
Winter, finally, a winter zone.
We've been waiting for it.
Only those who live through the hunger
Little Red Dead vibe here with the horse.
and dangers of the wilderness
Little
may
cowboy-y
find a home
action.
in these lands. Call it the pride of a northern. They
Should we
came with
turn
their
off the camera
manners.
for like 3 minutes?
If you want to,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, let's
Yeah,
do
sure.
that.
Let's get out of the way.
I couldn't care less about the ways of you Roman.
Is that the Rudum?
Up north?
Look at this guy.
Is this the main character you're saying?
No, there's like a new. Look at this. There's a new race of
Oh, okay.
like Rudums or Orcs or something.
This is completely separate,
Young
dude.
mister.
I know, but we saw like a
lands here
teaser
are
of this
cold.
guy a while ago in BDO. I didn't realize it was
Yeah.
going to be part of a whole new game.
This looks like the story.
Yeah.
The north is full of dangers, whether you're a prince or a peasant,
Seen
whether man or beast.
humans and a
Only the strong
giant
will
goblin
survive.
and that other race. There's four confirmed different races in this game so far.
Who cares if we die?
Man, I hope goblins are playable.
How'd the Lowlanders take over an empire?
Look at us. Beaten,
Not working.
hunted.
It's on the official presentation. Looks like.
You hear a word I said. He nearly died out there.
Macduff, you
Look at him. Oh, he's dashing. What a handsome boy.
So he's half human and half something.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm definitely going green skin.
It looks like bosses now.
Are we getting any bosses?
Oh my.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Definitely a step above Black on Minecraft.
Crimson Deserts.
Wow. Wow.
This is what they've been building up to.
총괄 프로듀서 정환경님을 소개합니다.
That was like a thematic trailer presentation. We're going to get a lot of interesting tidbits of information.
But yeah.
Yeah, a lot of news, but not necessarily like, let's see what else we got. I know a lot of people are looking for gameplay.
Okay, here's the lead producer.
Jason's worked
How long
on
do you
it
think they've been working on it?
since 2018.
Yeah?
Yeah. So Jason comes from Risk Your Life Online and Content of the Night.
Okay.
With Dan.
대해서 간단하게 소개해드리겠습니다. 붉은 사막은 검은 사막의 세계관 중에 그 내부의 거대한 사막의 또 다른
The vast desert that spans across the world of Black Desert. Okay.
But I can't believe it would be like totally different game from these.
Yeah, this is a very interesting announcement for. I'd love to talk more about this at depth outside of these announcements. Yeah, so they're basically developing and creating this world based off of all the experiences, trials, and tribulations that have occurred in creating and developing the first IP of Prolibus's IP, which is Black Desert Online.
Our next flagship. So this is going to be the main focus.
This is the next gen AAA MMORPG that Prolibus is making already.
Well, BDO is already so far ahead of every other game when it comes to action combat, and now doubling down and making a new next-gen game that also has action combat where they take all the lessons that they learned from Black Desert and apply them. It's just going to put them exponentially even more ahead of any other game.
It's never been seen before in the entire MMO industry. It's unprecedented for a gaming company to release a sequel without beating its current IP like to death, running it out like 10, 15 years long. You've seen it in Warcraft, Final Fantasy 11, you know, all these games that existed for 10 plus years. There's no company that said, yo, we know we can do better right now, and we're already doing it instead of waiting for it. It's a great business decision. It's great.
But I don't want everyone to dump our the Black Desert Online. Don't dump us.
Nobody wants to stop playing the game.
I know, but like as soon as something comes out, like.
I know.
Yeah, right? Everyone's worried about it.
이것은 이야기로 끝나는 것이 아니라 실제 저 캐릭터들의 플레이 성향, 스킬, 장비, 무게까지 영향을 미치게 되고요.
It sounds like maybe they're making the classes a little more distinct this time instead of having like the same gear across all your characters.
Yeah, so
you'll be itemizing these differently.
That's something that they've learned from feedback. They want to give players more freedom than gender-locked experiences.
Right.
이 용병단과 캐릭터와 같이 작지만 굉장히 밀도 높은 시나리오,
an immersive single-player campaign,
멀티 콘텐츠까지 굉장히 다음 세대 MMO들이 갖춰야 될 굉장히 다양한 콘텐츠들을 즐기실 수 있습니다. 기대해 주셔서 좋습니다. 지금 보시고
content based around a more traditional MMO format. Okay.
Yeah.
요 플레이어들의
So, do you think that's a hint at like content such as raids and things that we would find from other MMO? Do you think that's kind of what he means by more traditional?
I think what he means is they're going to probably shy away from the open world. They're going to have a linear story progression.
Yeah.
정말 많은 존재들이 플레이어들의
we may be able to expect or speculate that means
액션과 전투 시스템을 기반으로 본인들이 육성한 용병단의 전략 전술을 거듭하며 결국에는 이 세계에서 살아가는 방법을 터득하게 되실 겁니다. 결국엔 MMORPG에서 가장 위협적인 적은 바로 옆에 계시는 다른 플레이어들이니까요.
Biggest friend and foe in any MMO is the player next, right beside you.
아름답고 매력적인
Okay. So PvP, right? PvP, where this is going?
많은 용병단과 용병들 그리고 캐릭터들이 서로의 생존을 위해서 끊임없이 전투와 투쟁을 하게 됩니다.
So in the press releases that have come out to the public so far, they've talked about three factions.
모험, 탐험 등 펄어비스 특유의 생존 생활 콘텐츠들이 곳곳에 녹아져 있습니다.
Where does that come into play?
이 모든 것을 구현하기 위한
They're talking about trade and exploration.
풍부한 배경과
the faction
사운드,
system
액션
in the world.
시스템, 그리고 비주얼 이펙트 등 이 모든 것들을 PC와 콘솔 그리고 다양한 플랫폼에서 원활하게 잘 즐기실 수 있도록 저희 펄어비스 전체 개발진들은 오늘도 열심히 노력을 하고 있습니다. 격려의 박수 한번 크게 부탁드립니다.
Okay, so they kind of mentioned PC and console at the end. Do you think this is going to end up being like a cross-platform game, or do you think they'll have their own separate regions?
I mean,
I hope that it's actually cross-platform. I think that something that when you talk about a gaming experience between players that play on Xbox and players that play on PS4, even players that play EU and NA, like all the players want to play together. So when you're talking about an organic world that lives under those parameters, you're missing something if you can't give that to the public. And I think that this is definitely a company that could be developing something like that. I'd hope that it's possible to see that. Like everybody wants that. They want cross-platform. They want to play together, you know?
Well, the game's probably going to be in development for a while, right? Yeah. And we've got new generation consoles that are also in development.
Yep. So this is back to Shadow Arena.
This is Shadow Arena.
Yeah. Awesome. So hopefully we'll get a chance to talk more about that at the end of this presentation, because I think that this Crimson Desert is easily the most exciting announcement for players that are playing Black Desert right now.
Yeah. Everyone's asking, is it DLC or is it new game?
I don't know. Like,
what is it?
I'm excited about Crimson Desert to see where that is in the future, but honestly, as far as my excitement today, I feel way more excited about Shadow Arena.
Yeah.
The fact that there's a closed beta for Shadow Arena next week.
This is stuff we're going to be able to touch and play.
I love Shadow Arena in BDO. I'm so excited. Like, yeah, being able to play a beta test with like all the boys from BDO next week that already has English support. It's very exciting. I love that they're making Crimson Desert, but you know, when are we going to see it? Maybe 2021 or something like that. We don't have a date yet or anything like that. We have a closed beta for Shadow Arena happening next week. That for me is the highlight of what we saw here. I'm getting excited just to go over there and like play at the booth after this is done. Yeah. I'm just gonna smoke Joe like.
Well, okay. So
we don't have dates for those games yet, though. You see what I mean?
We can't play those right now, though. Is what we're saying. Like, so like to go and have fun with friends at home, and also play this weekend. This is what like the most tangible thing. I'm really excited for. Yeah, I love the games like that. Like, I've been a fan of Destiny. I've been a fan of like a ton of Warframe. I played Anthem with the friends, so to see those elements in, or to see what Prolibus can do in the first-person shooter, I'm really excited to play that. But this is, we've all been talking to see what this is going to be.
And this looks smooth. Like, you can tell these are in-game animations. You can see the spinning slash. You can see the shield charge. Like,
it's all gameplay.
The trailer is really good. Like, it
exciting.
Basically explains the game in 3 minutes. Oh, never mind.
It looks like they're doing all the trailers over again. Yeah. So this is like where we were talking about beforehand. That's my girlfriend right there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
This trailer just makes me ask so many questions. Like, how much of this, when you're seeing all these like crazy suits and stuff, like, do you think that these are going to be playable?
Yeah.
Are these bosses? Are these like? Because they call this an exosuit shooter, right? So that sounds like eventually, maybe through progression or something, the players might be able to take control of these like.
So you see her, she has cyborg legs right now.
Right.
This guy's got his arm. Am I going to be able to make these on my own from the broken parts?
Yeah, I mean, imagine that you have like different gear slots or something that maybe you could customize with different sets of.
Or is that character locked into just arms and hands?
Yeah, it could be. It could be.
Character's role.
Maybe they have classes. Yeah.
And look at him. He can like come down. It's also transportation. It's not just offensive. That's the thing that I want to play. Whatever that guy has, that's what I want to play. I want that like scorpion tail coming over the back of my head.
I can't wait for this game.
Yeah, like this. Can we do that? Can we do the spider thing?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
I think this is probably the most interesting thing. Learning more about it and seeing more about. like the thought process behind what Pearl Abyss as a company is trying to do in the gaming market.
Yeah.
And this is a big plan and a big risk because this is something unlike anything we've ever seen before from Pearl Abyss in two big ways, in this game and Plan 8.
Yeah.
So they're two very different demographics of player that play FPS shooters and like the companion-based RPG, and they're all MMO games. So it's like we got a shooter MMO, we got a new action RPG MMO, and a younger audience MMO too. I love MMOs, so it's like this.
Yeah, I mean, I can't help but feel that like all of these genres that the game is, that these games are going to belong to. You can think of examples of older games that like sort of failed to live up to their potential, and you can think of iterations of those games where those games could go if someone with the vision and the funding and the team actually dumped, those resources into it. And Pearl Abyss has been a wildly successful company for the last 3 years, so they have the means to make these games. I mean, the company is growing like crazy, right? So the scope that they can potentially apply to whether it's a collectible game like this or a shooter game like Plan 8, I can really see them taking these games in directions that other people, could only envision, but they can actually make it happen. They actually have the resources to make these things happen now.
One of the things that I love to look at is that regardless of what any involved player, from an involved player to a casual player to like an unplaying player, if you were to talk about the facts of what Pearl Abyss has done in the last 10 years, they have been an unbelievably successful video game company that has had hands-on development and weekly updates for their MMORPG for the last 5 years straight. When you talk about what they're doing in the MMO industry, it's success. Everything they've done has been successful.
Yeah.
So now they're looking at targeting a younger demographic, a shooter demographic, and at expanding and updating their current like Black Desert MMORPG and providing a new IP for that demographic. It's going to be successful. It's just a matter of how successful. It's unbelievably shrewd business.
Well, and I love how international of a focus they seem to have too, right? Like they brought us out here to kind of, look at this with the North American audience. The closed beta for Strata Arena is already available in English, so it seems like all these games are going to be focused on having, international or close to international releases as well, which is, it's amazing for a Korean company to get to the point where they can do that.
Fingers crossed we can get some more information about the next-gen engine, but there's some details about the next-gen engine that are available on the internet. We've been doing research on stream for the last week and a half that will make the impact that all of these new IPs have in the gaming industry a little bit more immediate than what we've seen with Black Desert, which is really important for people at home to understand too. Like, these games are being designed on the next-gen engine that has the capacity and the availability to come out with at release console and PC play. Like, not, hey, let's bring it out for PC and wait 2 years later for console. It's like they're all developing on this new engine for immediate release. Hopefully we can see that translate from BDO to Crimson Desert to Plan 8 to maybe we'll see some Switch action over here. Maybe breaking into the Nintendo player base as well. Let's see what we can learn from watching this thing twice.
Do you think there's any hints kind of hidden in this one?
Well, I want to look at like what weapons I can use, what armor looks like, my choices for character will be like, what my enemies are going to be. Like, it seems like in this trailer, we've got axes, swords, bow and arrow,
right?
Sword and shield. Means of transportation look very similar to Black Desert Online. You're on your horse.
I love that they have the snow area now.
Oh man.
Only those who live through the hunger, cold, and dangers of the wilderness.
Did you see that too? We don't know yet, Nukemi. We don't know yet.
Call it the pride of a northern army.
I didn't even realize that though.
Rules and ranks.
So, ogres.
I couldn't care less.
This guy.
Half human and half something.
That's the guy that keeps catching my attention because we've seen him kind of teased before in the past. And I kind of thought it was just going to be a new class of BDO, but now we're seeing him in Crimson Desert.
You can starve to death for all I care.
This guy has knives. That guy has bad manners.
north is full
That was
of
that first
dangers
big
whether
monster.
you're a
I think we
prince
see him
or a
later on in this
peasant.
trailer. A dragon.
Man or beast. Only the strong will survive.
He's from BDO.
Yep.
Goblins.
Galpion.
Yeah, we recognize him.
Ogres.
Who cares if we die?
And this is the bad guy.
How'd the Lowlanders take over an empire?
Look at us.
Looks like a lot of excerpts from cutscenes. So, they talked about an immersive single-player campaign, and Black Desert has gone through a few different iterations of what the single-player campaign was like. But I think this time around, they're really making it like a core part of the game. They want people to be able to go through the story, and whether that's alone or with their friends, it seems like that's going to be a big part of this game.
I think that
It's not going to be as open-ended.
I think it's definitely something that you can see from the effort they put into it in Black Desert. Like, they want something that players enjoy.
Yeah.
But based off of the way that, at least the NA player base from my personal experience, adapted and played the game, it was never like the focus. It seems like they really want to be able to tell a story.
Yeah, and maybe Black Desert will kind of keep its role as the more open-ended exploratory game.
Yeah.
And Crimson Desert can be for players who want, more story, more structure. Maybe a little bit, he mentioned it being similar to traditional MMOs in some sense. So it'll be interesting to see how all this unfolds.
But
It's just similar but different.
there is a rumor going around in Korean community that this game is more focused on PvP instead of PvE. So let's see how it goes. And I want to make sure that it's not all the way PvP, because those are frustrating.
What do you think about that?
About PvP versus PvE?
Yeah.
If it was.
I mean, I think it's hard to balance both of those things in a game properly, right? I think if they're talking about an immersive single-player campaign, that sounds like something that PvP is probably not going to be a part of it. But you can still have like that immersive single-player campaign, which eventually branches out into an open-world PvP setting. Like you can have both of those things. So we'll see. I definitely want there to be in-game PvP, or even like early game PvP. If there's, I don't know if they're going to do different servers or whatever, but like, I like to have that competitive part of the MMO. That's definitely what I would be looking forward to the most. If they have, whether it's faction-based or whatever, I want open world PvP.
Absolutely.
I definitely want that.
One of the tough things about what we've seen so far and the limited access to information that we have is that it's too early to tell what their direction is going to be right now.
Yeah.
So speculation is great. I'm sure the community is going to be eating up these videos and dissecting trailers and all that type of stuff. But to think about what they've given us right now in terms of, like, there's a clear focus on a story campaign. What else could they do in that world? What is it going to be like to play this video game for more than 40 hours? So what else can we expect? Is it going to be an instanced like 1v1 arena? Is it going to be what's that game where you're like a samurai?
Oh, like Sekiro?
Nah, what's that? Oh my goodness, I'm blanking on this. It's the 1v1 and then they have the 3v3 arena and then they're also 5v5.
I don't know.
It's anyway. Smaller For Honor, yeah. So it looks like you could have that kind of For Honor-y vibe out of PvP in this game, but from what we understand and what we know, there is this game is a separate IP from Black Desert Online, and there are 3 factions to play. What mechanic would 3 factions provide outside of PvP?
I mean, yeah, exactly. If you're going to have 3 factions, like that, even that phrase, that immediately just makes you think of PvP.
Exactly.
It makes you think that there's going to be conflict in the game, perhaps territories to fight over or something.
Yeah.
Like there's going to be goals that are based on conflict with other players.
Exactly.
And they even teased that in the trailer. There was that line, something about, the most dangerous foe is, can sometimes be the other player who's sitting next to you.
So I think it's also insane to expect anything out of this next generation without thinking about what they've learned from Black Desert Online PvP and what they could do in this universe with it. So
and they know that PvP is an important part of BDO, and they've acknowledged that recently too. So if you're going to have a new flagship that draws off of Black Desert, I feel like of course it's got to have.
This is the next thing to pay attention to look forward to expect for announcements at places like E3, etc.
We have so little time to compare every game. Let's move on to the Shadow Arena that you're gonna play tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Are you guys excited?
Oh yeah.
Are you guys going online to?
Yeah, so we're
live?
gonna have Shadow Arena streams tomorrow. We're gonna play it today, but just with people at the convention. Tomorrow there will be Shadow Arena streams that we'll have set up. And
What are your expectations?
well, I expect to beat Joe and Choice and Blade every round pretty easily. You know, I don't think it'll be maybe if the three of them team up, then they'll be able to give me a challenge. But you know,
there's no
outside of
striker,
that-
so I'm automatically I can't win. You know. I can't win.
Yeah, there might be. Well,
I
I don't know.
have zero chance.
They said that there's other classes, right? So maybe there'll still be some. We'll see.
One thing I can hope is to like put the computer at a high enough level where you can't see the screen. So the only thing that I could win is like in terms of visibility.
They had Striker and Mystic in the original Shadow Arena, so
Yeah,
definitely
probably
the launch
expected-
version will
yeah.
have it. But we'll see whether or not they have it in this version at the convention.
Yeah, but it's going to be fun to be able to play here and then take that experience back home and play with you guys when we get home, and for you guys to play the beta in the next couple of days as well.
Yeah. Are you going to be trying it out too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually signed up for the closed beta as well.
Oh yeah.
Can we get the little camera scoot up so we can get everybody over here too? Awesome.
There we go.
So you said you liked the Meiwa class?
What was that?
Did you like the Meiwa or the Kuno class? Which was your favorite?
My favorite was the ninja.
The Kuno.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We don't. I forgot her name, but like the base off of Kuno.
Yeah.
She's really. I played all of the classes, but Warrior was my best. Like it was eye-opening because I never played Warrior in Black Desert Online, so it was really eye-opening. And Kuno was my best one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Meiwa, the other class, and they said she was very fast-paced and she has a lot of damage.
A lot of
so
movement.
you guys should try out tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm really excited for one of the biggest things that got me hooked on Shadow Arena to begin with was the throwback to the pre-awakened era of Black Desert. And I didn't see any awakened weapons in this, so I feel like they're sticking to that, which I think is an amazing decision because, you know, Awakening brought a lot of new things to BDO, but we still kind of like miss that original feel that BDO had when things were a little more like back in the pre-awakened days. It was just a different feel, different like deliberation. And that's, you know, now that we have Shadow Arena and it's based on the pre-awakened class sets, like we get to continuously relive that, and I like that a lot.
It's easier to design too, so it's like you don't have to worry too much about getting into the sweaty parts of that only apply to BDO, and hopefully being able to introduce each one of these characters as like the role they play
and make it more accessible because we want this is a standalone game. So we want people. It's got to be much bigger than just the BDO audience.
Exactly.
It needs to appeal to people from other games and other genres. So yeah,
obviously hoping to attract a crowd outside of the.
I think the pre-awakened combat system is definitely going to be the best way to bring those people in. I think it's going to be really accessible.
Yeah.
Cool. So we're about to wrap up here in a few minutes. You guys in chat, if you have any more like last minute questions for us or whatever, we're keeping an eye on you guys. But I don't know. Do we have any reactions for you guys? What do you think?
What did you guys think of the Crimson Desert trailer and the new? What did you guys think about Plan 8? And are you guys excited to play Shadow Arena 2?
Is there a way to sign up for closed beta for Shadow Arena?
I can't wait for it to come out. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
You said you already signed up for Shadow Arena, right? Is that happening next week, or is it already public to sign up?
I already played a couple times, but officially coming out next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so probably next week you'll see an announcement. I'll keep an eye on like the BDO Twitter or something, but it should be, they'll probably make a bunch of big announcements next week as far as when the closed beta signups are out.
Also, just so you guys know, Morrolan wanted to get some IRL stuff going. Blade is choices. I don't know how much accessibility we're going to have for you guys over the next couple of days, but keep your eyes on Twitter, keep your eyes on Twitch to get some, hopefully like live feedback from all of us on more of like a more conversational discussion outside of like just what we got going on now. I'm sure we'll.
Yeah, we're
going
going to try to do some streaming around the convention if we can get everything working.
For sure.
Thank you guys for coming, and let's get out of here.
Sounds good.
All right.
Cool.
Bye, guys.